Dad, I just wanted to say a quick shout out to a friend of ours, Rene.
Good friend.
Good friend, played for you, Rene Robert. And I don't know if you knew it, Dad, that, do you know that Mom and I one time hurt his feelings when he came over the house one time?
Oh, yeah.
It was just, we didn't mean to. And you stepped right into it and saying that Mom and I voted that out of the 3 French Connection guys, that Rick Martin was the best.
Yeah, it was Gil Perreault, Rick Martin, and Rene Robert.
And Mom and I thought Rick Martin was the best looking.
Well, he looked like Rene, sort of.
Well, he did. They were all very good looking, so you had to judge who was the best looking, and it was Rick Martin. And you told him, and he said to us, "Hey, I heard that you said that I wasn't the best looking of the French Connection," and we were so mad at you for telling him that.
And he meant it. Like
he was really hurt.
Yeah.
He did.
He was good looking.
He was.
He is good
looking. He is a
looking.
very good looking guy. They're all 3 of them were.
By the way, do you know Tim and I talked that he got 28 goals for the Colorado Rockies in 60 games, 28 games. So that's about 35 goals. He'd be making about $8 million right now.
Yeah, because he played with you and when the
Colorado
Rockies, right?
Yeah. And the one thing with that, if he half of his goalposts he hit so many goalposts that year.
And why was that, Dad? You have a theory.
Well, I had a theory. I know it was right. When he used to skate around, before the game and fool around and that, he used to try to ding. He loved to hear ding, ding,
in
ding.
practice too, he'd do that?
Well, that's what he, and in a game, I said, when you get the puck, when you rifle it, you're going to, you'll try to hit the post, and that's what he did. And
I bet you he hit 30 posts that year. That's not an exaggeration. He hit 2 posts a game.
Yeah, at least 2 points a game. I used to tell him, quit fooling around, but he loved to hear that ding, ding, ding.
But he played for Buffalo and the French Connection and all that, and they were one of the better lines in there. But you had a foolproof method on how to check the French Connection when you were coaching Boston.
Well, the one game, it was funny. It was in Buffalo. And they were really good. I think he had 30 goals and 34. And Rick Martin had 45 goals, and Gilly Perreault. I mean, they were really good. The French Connection line. That was a big movie back then, French Connection. So I by accident, I noticed that the coach for Buffalo would take them off when I'd put on Rattel line. Now, let me think now. It was Rattel, Bobby Schmatz, and Marcotte, on the road.
So would he put on a checking line to check?
No, well, I don't. Yeah, don't ask me why he'd take them off, and so I just kept playing Rattel all the time, and I remember Rene skating by the bench, and they were mad.
Yeah.
Tabernactacali. So I don't know what that means, so I can say, and they were cursing and swearing. So I don't know whether he did it the next day, but I remember he used to take off the French Connection line. Imagine taking off the French Connection line. I was happy as pig in mud.
Yeah. Well, remember the time in Buffalo? Was that the time that I think it was Donnie Marcotte and Bobby Schmatz and Greg Shepard were the 1, 2, 3 stars, and they locked arms.
And you know how you like a locomotive? They were both the same.
So
size.
in Buffalo, they voted the Bruins.
Well, we won about 6-0 or something, and they locked arms. And they skated around, and everybody was throwing programs at them, and they used to have a lot of fun in Buffalo.
Well, that was a great rink too.
That was the odd. Are you kidding? You'd hit. They were the first ones that I ever noticed that they had all the glass loose, and
loud.
Just the slightest hit.
Boom!
Looked like it was like a big check because the glass would all go.
Remember, Schoenfeld and Cashman went right through the gate.
Oh, that was that. Oh, was that?
Yeah, and went out the gate.
Where the Zamboni.
They were fighting in this and the runway
where the Zamboni came out.
Yeah, where the Zamboni came out, the gate broke, or they must have really hit, and they both were throwing them down the hall.
Yeah. One quick story too. I always like in Buffalo's. They always had lots of signs. All the rinks back then in the 70s had signs.
Oh, and they were great signs.
And they had a contest, and if you were voted the best sign of the year, it was like you got money or you got season tickets or something.
Playoffs.
Something like that. Playoffs. So The best sign that year, one year, was it had a big sign: Don Cherry, John Wensing, Goon with the Wind.
I thought that was pretty good.
It was
And
clever.
they thought I'd be upset. I thought it was pretty good.
Very clever.
Yeah, and we had more fun. Oh, used to have a lot of fun in Buffalo.
Did you guys go to the Anchor Bar after?
No, we went there once. I think, and that's where the wings,
Chicken Wings started. It was the Anchor Bar in Buffalo.
They call it Buffalo Wings at one time. And the guys asked me to go. So we went in they were lined up. They were lined up at the front, the Anchor Bar. And we went in the back door of the kitchen. And it was a lady called Mom. They call her Mom. She was the one that thought up the chicken wings. And I had a couple of chicken wings and we used to go to a place in Buffalo called Pat Slater's. I think it was something like Pat. And we'd have a few beers there, and a few, too many. And this is when I was coaching. And at the end of the night, he'd have Kemmelwick bread. Remember, is there a thing called Kemmelwick bread? Kemmelwick bread. And he'd have roast beef. And he'd have the juice, Oh, boy. We'd have a lot of fun. I'll tell stories about Pat Slater. I remember he was there. So,
just want to wish Rene, he's not feeling well.
I know.
He's in Florida. We just want to wish him all the best.
He's in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Florida. All those guys, Bobby Orr, all those guys are in Florida. They don't know what beautiful weather we're having up here, right here.